Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another tutorial on ISTQB Advance Test Analyst. We are in chapter 3 and we are looking at the sample questions on the chapter 3. For specification based techniques, we have already discussed the questions right with the tutorial, but at the same time I would like to request, if you come across any other question, feel free to comment below. We have opened a new section for the Q&A tutorials, and I think you can just post your question there and you will be having your solution right within the 24 hours with a video tutorial to assist your justification for that particular query which you ask. So feel free to comment any question on that particular video if you have any questions which you come across. So in this tutorial we'll be talking about the techniques which are covered in chapter 3, but we have not discussed any sample questions on that, which is experience based techniques. So let's quickly look at some of the sample questions from the experience based techniques. So here you will be expecting mostly theoretical questions because there's nothing called as calculation involved. So let's look at the same. So very first question here is from the category itself. We are having experience-based testing related to that. So which of the following statements best explains experience-based testing? So here we're talking about the properties, we're talking about the characteristics of the experience-based testing, and which we have already learned a lot even in foundation and even about advanced level. So let's quickly look at the option. A, if the testers are experienced and have good knowledge of system under test, experience-based techniques are a viable alternative to more formal techniques if there are problems with the quality of documentation or if the project is under a tight schedule. So I think you would have already understood what this option is exactly meaning, and we have learned already from the tutorial that these are best utilized when we have poor documentation, tight pressure, or the team is experienced, and at the same time you must have a good knowledge of domain which you're testing, or typical type of defects which are found in the product should be known to the testers, and the testers experience is equally important. So as of now this is the most relevant answer to be picked up, but let's look at B. Experience-based techniques should generally be used if there are no suitable formal techniques or if it takes too much time and effort to use them. Now let's understand why we should not pick these kind of options, because the first part is really correct. Of course, should be generally used if there are no suitable formal techniques, but what if it takes too much time and effort to use them? That's not a good clause to opt out a technique. So team, second part will be little bit twisted so that you do not concentrate or read the second half of it. That's where the ISTQB plays the trick with you and you go wrong. Look at C. Experience-based techniques rely on testers' knowledge and experience, and can thereof be used to increase the test coverage as the tester knows which areas need more testing. Now, this is again clubbing of two different things which are not related to each other. Of course, experience-based technique requires testers' knowledge to apply experience-based techniques, but a tester does not decide which area needs more testing, because needs more testing deals with estimation and test effort, which is decided by the test manager. D. If checklists are used, experience-based testing can be more systematic and efficient and can replace specification-based technique. Again, this is a very tricky option. We are not talking about replacing any formal technique. They have their own contribution and they are more relevant because they are documented. And most of the experience-based techniques are non-documented. So that's where this point is actually valid to be picked up as a good option and right option, but the problem is the word replace. The replace means it can be used in place of that, but that's not exactly what we are looking for. So as of now, the right and the best option is A. So that's the reason they will use the word like best, most, which generally makes you to understand that all four options may sound familiar to you, but which one is the best? But if you read it carefully, you will be able to differentiate why the other three options are not correct, and there's only one which is the right answer. Okay, so that's how we pick it up. Let's look at the next one. Alright, you are a test analyst on a new project. The requirement documents are on a very high level. containing little detail about the problem the software should address. As a result, your manager has decided that exploratory testing will be a primary test technique used for this project. You have been given the task of specifying, executing, and recording the test sessions. Which of the options below define that you will need or will use for specifying, executing, and recording the sessions? So that's again really a typical type of question from the exploratory testing technique, and you are supposed to pick two options. At the end of the question, at the bottom, you would see how many options you need to select. So please carefully read that, because whenever you see more than 4 options, obviously there will be 2 options to be picked up from, and that's the complications of advanced level. So here in this particular scenario, first of all, we are talking about exploratory testing. So you need to quickly recall what exploratory testing is all about, how does it work, how do you report, how do you write, or how do you execute, and all. So everything should come into a picture. And then the second part of it, the options. So first you recall your understanding, and second you look at the options. So let's start reading the options. A, use debriefing sessions with the test manager or a test lead to record the results of the test sessions. Of course, debriefing is a mode used in exploratory testing, which is used to report the outcomes of the exploratory test sessions. Second, if you are not doing so, your test lead is one who is responsible for recording the final outcomes, not a tester, because you only get involved with exploration or executing these sessions. B, log defects into the defect management system, but not record a pass or fail for the exploratory session, because duplicating the results could be difficult. Duplicating and reproducing, these are two different words. All we need to remember is sometimes they will just skip a word because they know that where exactly you can skip or something. So it's not about duplicating the result, it's about replicating, reproducing it. So log defects into the defect management system, but do not record a pass or fail for the exploratory session, because duplicating the result would be difficult. So that's not a right option here, and anyways that's not related to what we're looking at. So see, defining the test cases to be executed and enter them into the test management tool for tracking. First of all, we do not have any test cases written as per exploratory sessions, so that's none of our business, and we are not talking about anything related to writing the test cases and managing them. D, procure domain knowledge to be applied during exploratory session. Exploratory session is having a basis that you have to have the domain knowledge before you start working with exploratory. So that's one of the criteria to specify and execute something. E, record the results in email and send the email to the test manager and test lead. No, you do not capture anything in terms of documentation. So the right answer here is A and D will be the two options to be picked up as the most relevant. Let's look at the next question, number 3. You are testing an application that handles credit card transactions. Because of the nature of the application, the demands of the quality of the system are high. The system shall work accurately in compliance with regulations regarding the application dealing with credit cards. In addition, as there are many systems to which this application is connected to, the interaction between them is critical and shall be flawless. Which of the following technique would be most appropriate when testing this application? Now this is a different type of question where you can be given a scenario, like a real-time scenario, and you will be asked that what techniques will be the most applicable. So this can be related to any of the techniques, not only limited to experience-based or specification, it can be overall. So if in this case, first of all, you look at it's about credit card. So credit card, you understand there could be possibility if you have certain conditions, like whether this is eligible or not, this card is valid or not, then PIN, yes or no, valid or not. So one thing is there that you will be creating decision table for this. And second, as it is a transaction flow, you will be using state transition testing as well to understand the control flow and use to derive the test cases. Now, of course, the third thing will come in your mind is use cases, because that is also a control flow between the user and the system, but that is not in our options. So if you have that in your option, then use case is also relevant in this scenario. But in our question, we do not have use case. So we have decision table and we have state transition, and I think you know the right answer now. The answer is B and D. Whereas error guessing is not here. We have the specification listed, so we will apply formal techniques. Usability testing is a level, test level, not a technique. And exploratory testing is experience based, but we have the formal specification documented, so we don't need that. So we cannot just go for exploratory. We can go for more formal techniques compared to experience based. So the right answer is B and D. Anyways, this is what we have got here. Should you have, as I told earlier, should you have any questions beyond this, feel free to comment below. I'll be there to assist you with a video tutorial to justify the right answer for your query. So that's all from this tutorial, team. Feel free to comment below anything if you need to know beyond this. And till then, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep understanding. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.